The virtual visit offers mankind the ability to experience any place on the planet instantly. Individuals inside of this immersive unit simply need to decide where they would like to visit. Once the selection is made, the environment inside of the unit transforms to mimic their chosen location. The experience of being in another place is delivered through 5 sensations: visual, audio, wind, temperature, and humidity. As users peer into the screen, they'll see depth in 3 dimensions, hearing sounds that are directional, while physically feeling the weather of the place chosen. The central hub is responsible for managing all requests. Numerous collectors are situated at various locations around the world. Each collector reads its surrounding environment and is capable of streaming the data to the central hub. When a collector has no request for feed, then a periodic "I am alive" byte is the only traffic the collector transmits to the central hub. As soon as a collector receives 1 or more requests to send its feed, then the collector initiates full data transmission. This design ensures that only the collectors in which are generating revenue will be the only collectors utilizing the necessary resources at the central hub. Furthermore, the central hub is capable of allowing numerous concurrent users to pull from the same feed. In addition to the real-time services, any event or day can be recorded. Each recording is warehoused at the central hub. Imagine reliving a day when you were a child, spending time with your younger self in the same environment as you did that day, or reliving a day with a loved one that passed away years ago. This will truly touch the hearts of many. Insight into the success of this system can be understood when examining the value and solutions of which it provides. This is the quickest and safest form of travel. Most oftentimes, it's the cheapest. It eliminates the planning and action that goes into air travel, hotel accommodation, and car rentals. For an example on how these values can be converted into profit, let's take a look at the national real estate market. These agencies understand the challenges for people and businesses to relocate to another part of the country. It is very time-consuming and costly in just exploring new properties at long distances. With the virtual visit, visiting residential or commercial properties all over the country can be achieved in one evening. Consumers save months of time and thousands of dollars in travel expenses. The agencies who embrace this tool will quickly see themselves cornering the long-distance real estate market. The virtual visit brings a number of solutions, affecting many facets of our everyday life. All virtual visit experiences are grouped into 3 categories: sponsored, subscription, and personal on-demand. Each category contains both live and recorded options. Users are provided with a GUI interface in which to browse this list of available live feeds and recordings. The visual interface for seeing these selections can be integrated into the projection as a pop-up. With the sponsored category, all visits are free of charge to the consumer. All revenue generated through this category is attained from sponsors, who utilize services such as continuous live feeds and the warehousing of any of their recordings. With subscription, this category will require payment from consumers. Accessing this category offers delights such as browsing to any live feed around the planet, live tours, sporting events, concerts, and immersive video games. The Personal On-Demand category is a private service that allows consumers who have rented or purchased a collector to stream their live feed to a distant virtual visit unit. Having a diverse customer base and multiple revenue channels covering both products and services gives evidence that Virtual Visit has a strong revenue portfolio. The customer bases that are expected to be most profitable are national real estate agencies, travel agencies, military contracts, and sponsors. On a more conservative note, let's analyze the average consumer who chooses to record a special event. The event of choice will be weddings, due to the available statistics. There are 2.4 million weddings per year in the United States alone. Average cost per wedding, $20,000. Average cost of a photographer, $2,500. Because the collector rental fee is only $500, many couples will assess the rental as a must-have. If, out of the 2.4 million weddings, that only 6% choose to record their special day, when multiplied by the rental and data warehousing fee, over 6 years, the total accounts for $500 million. The conservative arguments help bring insight that Virtual Visit is truly a multi-billion-dollar opportunity. The proposed dimensions for the Virtual Visit took into consideration many factors. One of the more important factors is being able to implement one of the standardized length-to-width video ratios. The best choice, when considering all the other factors, was a 16:9 ratio. In order to capture this tall image, the cameras on the collector are turned 90 degrees onto their side. The projection system around the Virtual Visit simply projects the image as is. 8 projectors are positioned around the outside of the Virtual Visit. Each are rigged to allow a fine-tuning of their position. This fine-tuning allows all 8 rear projections to be stitched together into a seamless 360-degree vista. Available on the market today are DLP projectors that produce images in 3D. The DLP technology has a refresh rate that is so quick that it can alternate between 2 different images through its single lens. There are no modifications in switching to 3D mode. If the projector is receiving 3D input, the display will automatically show in 3D. The directional surround sound system consists of 8 speakers mounted at the top of each screen. When looking from a consumer standpoint, it would be nice to be able to view any personal recording from any computer. Answering this call is free 2D software. With each collector rental, users receive a simplified version of their recording. The recording is video and audio only. The software allows users to pan around to see every angle of the 360 degrees. This incentive satisfies consumer flexibility while allowing collector rental to seem more pleasing. Mounted on each collector is a wind anemometer. This device precisely reads the wind's direction and speed. Receiving the instructions from the wind anemometer is the wind director, located beneath the floor of the Virtual Visit unit. The wind director rotates to deliver wind to the appropriate vents. All airflow passes through this central rotating director. This ensures that the wind source will always be introduced at the opposite side of the unit as the wind suction. These two opposite forces of source and suction work in unison to produce a determined flow of wind. The wind system is simplistic, while performing seamless alongside the video and the audio. As seen in the side view, vents are situated at the top and bottom of the projection screen. Because source and suction always work in unison from opposite sides of the unit, here is the expected wind flow pattern. All components that manifest the wind, temperature, and humidity are housed in the base of the virtual visit. As mentioned earlier, the wind anemometer is able to give instructions on wind direction, but it also delivers instructions on wind speed. Listening to the wind speed instructions is the blower and the wind flaps. The blower has some intelligence on how to run efficiently. This is done by keeping a log of the fastest wind gust that occurred in the last 2 minutes. The blower is self-regulating to match this top gust. Even though the blower is producing a wind flow, the only time wind ever gets routed to the cabin of the virtual visit is when the wind flaps open. This design eliminates having to wait for the blower to accelerate and deaccelerate. Instead, the potential wind power is always available, just waiting to be rerouted instantly. The end result is instant and accurate real-time wind gusts. There are two input systems. These are heat and humidity. These are able to inject proper amounts of heat and humidity into the airflow without any delay. There are also two extraction systems, the cooler and the dehumidifier. These would normally have a slightly longer delay. With the cooler, heat must be extracted from the air in order to produce cold air. This extraction takes time. To compensate, cold air is always being produced and stored in a reservoir. This reservoir is simply utilizing the open spaces between all the other modules located in the base of the unit. When a call for cold air has been requested, the virtual visit will dump the existing air in the cabin and replace it instantly with the reservoir's cold air. This reservoir is a solution that eliminates any delay in delivering cold temperatures. With the dehumidifier, the extraction of humidity can be a quick process, depending on the size of the unit or how many units are working in parallel. A list of equipment for both the collector and the virtual visit can be seen here. The last item in this list has not been discussed, but is an easy add-on for a sixth sensation. This device is the electric infrared heater. These devices are able to project radiant warmth without producing any visible light. These units will be mounted around the top perimeter of the virtual visit. As the collector reads the sun's position and potency, the appropriate infrared heater will be turned on with matching potency. The result is accurate directional sun warmth felt on your skin. For the name of this product to fit well with Cisco's naming convention, another possible name for the virtual visit is omnipresence. Its meaning, to be present in all places at once. Team Ubiquitous believes that Cisco is the ultimate company for developing this technology. Thank you for allowing us to present this to you.